Cheers, everybody. Welcome in. The miscellaneous here. It's in the private. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're here. I'm having computer issues, so anybody that couldn't join, my apologies. But we are doing Stout Sunday. I managed to take the day off, and I asked John if he could do it, and he's like, no, I actually have plans. I can't do it this week. So he said, go ahead, go for it. If people join up, more power to you. So anyways, I've got Sammy here and Craig from Kent's Beer Reviews. I'm sure they've got some stouts or porters, and yeah, we're gonna do a quick rundown. So cheers. Let me get back to the comments. Sorry, I'm working on a device I'm not used to. Sweet.
Here we go, boys. I've got Feed the Beast, Impy Stout, Barrel Aged Vanilla from Garage Project out of New Zealand and the brewery in America. So good collab there. 13.8%. We pouring now or just presenting?
Yeah, you could pour it up. Yeah, you could pour it up now. We'll all pour up, present, and then yeah, we'll go through, do our thing. Cheers, Tommy Carroll.
So medium body. Head's gone straight away, but expected with this style. Looks pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, one of those.
Go the aroma or?
No, we'll hit that up on the next one. Yeah,
no,
probably high ABV, that crackly, fizzy, quick dissipating head.
Yeah. So yeah, just with this one too, I've had this before, so this is my second bottle, and I've aged this one for a year.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Shit, what are you sipping on, Craig?
So this is called Ooze. It's a collab between Track Brewing Company out of Manchester and, as you can see, Finback out of Queens, New York. It's a peanut butter, salted caramel and coffee Imperial Stout, 13.5 on the ABV. So yeah, I've already done a review for my channel, so it's already poured out. It didn't actually produce much of a head, kind of as I would expect really for the ABV involved, but yeah, it poured out a slightly kind of it wasn't a jet black beer. It's got some alcohol legs, that kind of deal, but yeah, it's poured out quite pleasant. Kind of give a bit of a hiss when I poured it, and so maybe that might be an idea of what kind of state the body would be. We'll get into that, I guess, in a bit. But yeah, quite an interesting one. As part of it, they got a series apparently of these kind of beers. But yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, quite a nice looking can. There we go. Ooze.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Not had it before. I bought it in November. It was canned in November as well. Got a year's shelf life, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right, come on, tablet, do your fucking thing. I've got the janky ass setup right now, boys. So I've got one here out of Colorado. This is from Crooked Stave. Yeah, this is their Scoville. It's an Imperial Stout.
Oof.
So yeah, this is an Imperial Stout brewed with Scotch bonnet peppers and cinnamon. Comes in at 11% ABV. It's got a pretty good. It's pretty high for just being a regular Imperial. I don't know. I seen it. Like I said, they brewed with Scotch bonnets. They said it should hit anywhere between 100,000 to 350,000 Scoville units. I don't know. I was just looking at some reviews, and somebody gave it like a half star. Said not even relatively spicy or whatever, but I don't know. Could have been their can. That looks very dark.
Oh, yeah.
Motor oily.
Mm.
That's what I was expecting out of mine, but it weren't there. Weren't doing that.
Yeah. Got about a 1-finger dark cocoa colored head. Yeah, it's dark opaque. I don't see anything. I don't get any red or brown. It's like 8-ball black. Yeah. That's probably going to be good.
Looks good.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've had a dark beer from this company, so that's kind of what intrigued me. That and the spicy. Crooked Stave's usually known for their wild ales and shit. So something different, a little outside of the box. So yeah. Anyways, we'll bring Sam back up. We can talk about his delicious beer.
So the
Rank
aroma
tag.
coming off this is insane. It's got me really excited. And that's like not even close to my nose. Like that's, yeah. So we'll go in for a sniff, shall we?
Fucking chair.
not that chair again. Yeah, huge vanilla and bourbon on the nose. There's some roastiness, but it's more sweet. You're getting coffee and chocolate, maybe like a caramel, like fudge sort of thing. And there's a little hint of dark fruit in the background. But yeah, it's definitely more of that sweet sort of smell than roasty. I've got a feeling the age is, yeah, it's either gonna be just as good, maybe even better than the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited, boys. Time for a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Dude, I don't even know how long we've been live. It says on my live counter we've been alive for 11 hours. Up in the corner of my screen.
The barrel character is absolutely fantastic. The bourbon's just like in your face, really sweet. The vanilla's actually still really prominent, so that's good. You're getting that little bit of spice, like sort of like a cinnamon, and yeah, it's quite oaky as well.
Look at that late beer. What do you know?
I'm also getting a little bit of molasses, which is always good. But yeah, I'm going to say it's just as good as it was when I first had it. So pretty happy, boys. Cheers.
Cheers, man. I guess we'll get Josh in here. He can present his product now.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for having me. I'm glad you got it.
Did you brush your hair?
No, I didn't brush my hair. Right out the bed. So, I got from the Answer Brew Pub. This is I like octopus, so it's a 12.5% Imperial Stout with Kona coffee beans, toasted coconut, cacao nibs, vanilla, and pecans. So if I can figure out how to open this motherfucker, then
Gotta take the tape off and lefty loosey, righty tighty. You got it.
Turn it the other way around. Yeah.
ooh. That's filled to the very brim.
Money's worth.
At least they didn't shortchange you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You had a little nip?
Looks like a flask.
You cheated.
There you go.
So yeah, head is kind of building a little bit. I didn't really pour it aggressively, so jet black, Smell that coffee, smell that there's cacao nib, some of that coconut. Not really any pecans, but pecans are kind of hard to pick out sometimes off the aromas. But yeah, it smells like a breakfast stout. It smells delicious. So cheers.
Oh yeah, brunch.
You right?
Cheers.
Right then. I didn't go. It's the ingredients part, although it says what I've said at the beginning. So peanut flavour. I like. Barley, oats, wheat, and then it goes coffee, sea salt, vanilla, cacao nibs, cacao husks, and yeast. Got husks in it. Just don't hear that very often, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's ooze. Try that again. There we go. Right, so yeah, loads of alcohol legs on this one. It's kind of wavy earlier, quite as it kind of drips back down quite nicely. Yeah, it's quite nice. So aroma then, yeah, you are getting that kind of whatever the peanut flavour is on the nose. A real kind of dark baker's chocolate vibe. There's a slight caramel edge, but you are getting the booze on this one, which I guess as it's got coffee in, and you are getting the coffee on the nose as well. You can't have both. I guess it's like if you age it, then you're not going to get the coffee. You might not get the alcohol, but you won't get the coffee as well, kind of deal. So it's one of them things. If you want the coffee, then you have to have the ABV at 13.5. So we're going to tasting now here, or
Absolutely.
cool. Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Really sweet. That was quite a big mouthful, actually. Shit. Really sweet at the front end. Smooth. That kind of dies down slowly, and it goes into a almost like a chocolate fudge cake. Indulgent. The body is about a medium, which I thought it might be a bit higher, but yeah, the body is slightly kind of thin for what I was expecting. And then you're left with this. It's like a shot of espresso within that, and then you're left with the booze on the palate. Basically, it's just it just hangs around with that kind of a little bit of sweetness from the chocolate. You can tell, obviously, you can tell it's a big beer. You're getting the booze and stuff like that. I say about a medium body on that one. Definitely a beer to sip for sure. You have this instead of a dessert, I guess. It's dessert beer, pastry stout, whatever you want to call it. So Imperial stout, adjunct stout. It's all of that. So not too bad though so far. Cheers.
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 All right. Well, I guess we'll get Josh in.
Oh, Sam already went. Oh, he was first, I guess. All right. So no head. It's all gone. Look at that alcohol sheen. There's legs on the side. Like I said, a lot of vanilla, a lot of coffee, and get that coconut in there. Yeah, pecans I'm not really picking up too much. Smell a little bit of that booze at 12.5. Yeah, it smells super decadent, sweet. Definitely pastry stout for sure. Nice little wake me up in the morning. So, in little 8-ounce can or whatever size this is, 7, 8, something like that. But yeah, it smells delicious. So, cheers.
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 She's a thick one, boys. She's a thick one.
Thick boy.
It's like a milkshake almost, like a chocolate vanilla coconut milkshake. Yeah, right off the bat, you get those cacao nibs. You get like a fresh roast coffee, not like burnt coffee, but like nice fresh beans. Get that coconut. Alcohol, it's there, but it's not like in your face. Like, oh, it's not overly boozy. So this might sneak up on you, you know, being so small, and then the ABV, how it drinks. Definitely full bodied, like I was saying. It's a little cooler because I kept it in my other fridge, so maybe once it warms up, but get some of that pecan in there. But so far, it's delicious. It's you taste all those ingredients or those adjuncts that they describe that it has in there. Like I said, the only thing I'm not really getting too much of is the pecans. But I think sometimes pecans, when you have like pecans and coconut and stuff like that, it kind of gets muffled into all the other flavors, especially with those cacao nibs and that coffee. They kind of overpower some of the other adjuncts in there. But yeah, so far it's delicious. And I mean, at 12.5%, you can't, what better way to start your day? So cheers. Look at that.
Cheers. Nice one.
Still having problems, boys.
All 4 beers sound really good. It's cool.
Yeah, big beers, and they do sound. We got a pretty good lineup today. So, yeah, so the Crooked Stave, Scoville, Imperial Stout, 11%. Yeah, it's still holding a little bit of a head there. It's definitely got alcohol legs. I could see oily sheen on top. Like I said, it's a cocoa, like off, slight red head on there. Aromas, chocolate, like semi-sweet chocolate. It's definitely roasty, coffee-esque. Doesn't really smell too spicy, Scotch bonnet wise. What they say there's in here, cinnamon too. Cinnamon isn't overpowering on the nose, which I can appreciate. Sometimes it's way too fucking much. It's like, bow, all cinnamon. You're like, oh, well, that ruined everything. This smells like it'd be fantastic if they barrel aged it on some like fresh Scotch bonnets or something. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Other than that, it smells pretty rudimentary, you know. Roasted, robust, chocolate. Let's try it out. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
What's the ABV I get on that again? 9 something? 10?
11, I believe.
Oh shit, and it's not even barrel aged. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, it's nuts. Uh-oh.
I don't know if I quite like that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Consistent. Yeah.
It's light-bodied. Carbonation's medium, low. Little spritzy. There's like this woody, earthy. I don't know if that's the pepper or what's going on, but
Maybe it's a mix of the peppers and the cinnamon or something. Yeah, it's giving it like an off flavor.
I get like chocolate, slight cinnamon. The chocolate's more like a baker's chocolate, dark baker's chocolate flavor that's pulling through. It's damn sure not spicy, I'll tell you that.
Did it say cacao nibs as like an ingredient?
It didn't.
Or just, yeah.
All it said is Imperial Stout brewed with Scotch bonnet peppers and cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's got a robusty malt flavor to it. Let's say pumpernickel type bread. A dark bread. I don't know how I feel about this one.
Is it like hot? Not in alcohol wise, but the Scotch bonnet or anything like that? Is that getting any?
No, I'm really not picking up any heat. Alcohol wise, I forgot to mention that. I don't. It does 11%. I don't get anything on the nose.
I just wondered where there was any heat, where it would come from, the ABV or the or off the bonnet.
I mean, you get a little bit of that pepper vegetal flavor. It's not really spicy, and then it hits with that chocolate and cinnamon, and it's kind of wonky. Not what I was expecting. I mean, it's not a drain pour, but it's not anything that's gonna blow your world away. That's unfortunate.
You wouldn't buy it again, in other words.
Absolutely not. Me personally. Maybe try it on tap. Cheers, the Eclectic Beard. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, I've had some of their wild ales. They're banging.
Yeah, I've had really, really good sours, wild ales from Crooked Stave. Like I said, it was dark beer. You don't see too many from that company, at least in my neck of the woods or anywhere. So I figured, fuck, we'll roll the dice. And it was a swing and a miss. I should have known. It sounded too good to be true. It really did.
Sorry to hear, brother.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It happens. So, let me see. We'll get back to this. Yeah, we'll do one more pass around, like quick rundown and score. And then after that, if anybody's got any promos or anything, we'll go through that. And then we'll probably sign off here. Yeah, I reset my computer and then it said something happened and it wouldn't reset. So now I'm doing that again. Having fucking problems, boys.
The one time you can do Stout Sunday, your computer jacks.
Yeah, no fucking shit. All because I had to watch John Jones choke that guy out in the first round. Fucking bullshit. Crooked websites.
Yep. Viruses.
I don't have a virus. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, Sam's here, so you definitely have a virus now. That's probably why the computer's all jacked.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
So yeah, well, Craig, if you want to go ahead and start, give your final thoughts on your beer and however you feel comfortable scoring it. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Or if you have it's comparable to something that you've had that you thought was better, or whatever kind of final thoughts you got on
it. I mean, what I'm getting out of this beer mainly is booze. It's a boozy thing. The body's like a medium. It's a boozy medium beer to start with, basically, and then I think everything else kind of flavour-wise, aroma-wise, falls back, underneath them two kind of, for me, key points about this. Don't get me wrong, it's still very nice, but sometimes I don't want. I mean, you can get away with this ABV, and it's not as present as in other beers, and you get more body. This ain't in that crowd kind of deal, but yeah. One thing I did notice about it when I was listening and looking down at the beer, it's still daylight, just about, and it's quite. I mean, some of the alcohol levels is just coming off that now, pretty cool. I don't know if you're picking them sort of lines up. Not really, but there's some nice lineage coming down from the alcohol legs at the moment. But yeah, it's quite oily. There's a thing I'm getting, whether that's from the peanut kind of flavouring or what the deal is there, or it's just the ABV itself, the alcohol itself, probably that. But it's very slick, very oily on the palate, and looking at the beer, I'm getting like a sheen off the top of the beer, a real kind of defined reflection on it on top. which helps with that kind of description, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's not the best pastry stout or dessert stout, whatever you want to call it, I've had before. I'm quite impressed with the chocolate in this. The coffee's quite distant. I think there's other flavours coming through, maybe the alcohol, chocolate, that kind of thing that's masking it a little bit. Together with the that salted caramel, that's probably the least coming through. Either way, it's still a nice, tasty beer nonetheless. I'd still rate it around about the 4 out of 5 mark on the untapped scale, and then you can do your conversions to whatever suits you. But that's where I'll put it. A one and done beer. I mean, probably wouldn't get it again. It's just one of them things. You're curious, you want to try it, and tasty stuff. But yeah, there's lots of beers I'd say on this kind of level. I'm more of the mouthfeel and body of the beer than I kind of got that on the pour off camera. It wasn't one of them jet black kind of things like I think Josh's beer was. So it wasn't like that, which I was kind of expecting it to be. And little things, but nice beer. But yeah, a good beer in amongst a lot of other good beers. So about an 8 out of an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5 on tap thing. So cheers for having me on.
Sounds not bad.
Yeah.
Sounds better than what I got.
Yeah, it does sound a bit.
Would you buy it again?
Probably not. But there's lots of other beers that are on the same level. The probably price point as well. It's probably going to be a little bit cheaper because it is a collab with Finback. So it's track and out of Manchester, UK, and obviously you guys know Finback, so Queens. So, but yeah, so that bumps it up a little bit, and the ABV, and it's like, probably not for this one, but still tasty. Still glad I got to try it, of course. So yeah, cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, man. All right, Sam, what you got for us, man? See if it lives up to the hype a year later.
First time I had this was a year ago, and that was pretty fresh. I gave it 5 out of 5. This one's obviously aged for a year. It's pretty similar to when I first had it. It's probably just a bit more sweet and less roasty. I'd give it a 5 again. It's that impressive. I've had some really good stouts in the last few months from some of the hype breweries, and this is right up there with them. But in saying that, the brewery and garage project are both fantastic, so it's sort of expected. I just like the fact that it's really complex with flavors, but well-rounded. It's not very boozy either, which is pretty cool for considering high ABV. The only thing I could really fault it with is just I'd like it'd be good if it was just a slightly thicker mouthfeel. But just with all the other characteristics, it's that doesn't worry me. So yeah, definitely a 5, boys.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's unfortunate.
Thanks, Sam fucking put us all to shame, boys.
All right. This beer is great. Price point. I mean, this was $20 for this little can. So
Oof.
$20.
Fuck,
$20 for that little 8-ounce stout.
You got a good job.
Yeah. Like I said, this beer is delicious.
Thank God.
When you put it up to your nose, it's like a fresh cup of coffee with chocolate, vanilla, coconut thrown in there, like a coffee pod or something. Mouth feels great on it. Like I said, full-bodied. Alcohol is masked well. Flavors all go together extremely well. And just overall great product. I'll give it a 97 out of 100.
God damn.
Would I pick it up again? Maybe. I mean, like I said, that it's just a price point, $20 for this little. I mean, it's 12.5% stout, but you get what 7-8 ounces in this little thing. But
It's an adorable little can.
right, isn't it? That's
looks like a hip flask with the top on it. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a
paint
different
can.
style. You don't see those too often. I don't, at
think
You've
Evil
had a
Twin
beer,
did something like that.
yeah, you had a beer from or that shape can before on one of the lives. I remember.
Mm-hmm. I got that heavily fruited sour up there still in the freezer. That's in that little Capri Sun pouch. The same brewery, but yeah, 97 for this one. It's delicious. That they do these kind of things like every once a week or something. They do different ones, or so. Like I said, they do all kinds of quirky stuff. They're the ones who had that Fide and Tap takeover yesterday. That was an hour and a half to get in line. So, anyways, yeah, 97 for me. So, good beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
It looks like a fucking like a glass stainer.
Doesn't it? All that alcohol, those alcohol legs. I have to rinse this glass out after I'm done. Sure, it's good.
All right. Thanks, Josh. That's cool. So yeah, busted out on this one, man.
The main event.
I will tell you this, though.
John Jones.
I was getting the vanillas. There's a vanilla chocolate aspect to it. The cinnamon's starting to come out a little bit more. There's a slight bitterness, which is probably coming off of the Scotch bonnets. I wouldn't say it's like bitter, like hoppy bitter, but it's got that vegetal pepper bitterness. You know what I mean? If you have some of that spicier stuff, like fresh pods and stuff I've had, and they can be a bit bitter extracts. Who knows what they brewed this shit with exactly? They said they used actual Scotch bonnets, but you never know. It's really not bad, but it's nothing spectacular. Like I said, I would not probably pick this up again. It's a bit gimmicky. No bullshit. I was ready for the heat, and it didn't bring it at all. If you like coffee, dark chocolate, some roasted malts, I mean, this has potential. I would have liked to see what this tastes like without the Scotch bonnets in it. They probably would have been on to something really good. Alcohol-wise, you kind of get it on the palate. Like, you just get that essence that you're drinking a bigger beer. It's not really like, ooh, this is way too boozy or anything like that. Even though it has the lighter body, it gives the presence of it. Honestly, if somebody handed me this blind, I would say it's definitely was on the higher side. I don't know if I'd shoot at 11 for just an Imperial Stout, but not bad. I'm gonna give this an 83 out of 100. It's not bad. I could see some people liking it, but for the beer connoisseur stout, barrel aged stout, this isn't anything spectacular, and I would not pick it up again. I don't recommend it. If you want to, buy one can. Don't fucking splurge and get 4 of these because you might be disappointed. So yeah, really, I think this might be the first time I've actually even been let down by Crooked Stave.
Wow.
That's what I get for venturing out. Should have just stuck with what they did best. But yeah, not bad, not great. I wouldn't pick it up again. Not for me. So yeah. Other than that, I guess we'll do promos and wrap it up and get out of here, man.
Yep. Okay,
So you got Reese coming up, Craig? Or?
I normally do a Friday sessions sort of thing. Yeah, so probably Fridays. Generally, they start around about. They might start a bit earlier going forward, maybe 7 o'clock UK time. So, yeah, 7. So that's at 2 o'clock Eastern. So a bit early for on a Friday afternoon, maybe. But yeah, but they normally go for an hour or two. So or 3.
Or
I'm
7.
thinking, what?
Yeah. So
8 hours.
yeah. So yeah. 8 hours.
Like 7-8 hours.
Yeah. So they're quite good fun to see how they progress, and they generally do progress. So yeah, and then just I've got some. I try and do a beer review once a day, maybe miss the odd day, maybe once every other day sometimes, depending on what I've had that weekend, and then spread them out during the week when I'm not on the beer. Yeah, other shout outs. No, not really. I just I quite enjoy watching Bumpy stuff. I don't watch them live because it's quite late at night, but he generally does a stout thing later on. Is it 8 o'clock Eastern on a Sunday? Is it a stout thing? Yeah, no, he used to. Yeah, that's right. You cough. And then he just like
Sorry, I was joking on my own spit over.
the new beer
He,
show he does.
he used to do He used to do Sundays. We used to do After Dark, but it's just
Yeah, I don't know if he still does that. Yeah, I know he does the Monday thing, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
but that's quite good. I watch the replays on them things, but they're quite good to watch back. And also Alex, he does Alex and Friends on like really quite late on a Thursday night, like 10:30 like that. So yeah, that's my shouts. So, cheers.
cheers.
Well, check us out on Insta, Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Hopefully, a YouTube channel's not far away. I'll shout out Beer Man, great bloke. Does a show on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Get around him. And on an international scale, check out Peter from the Master of Hoppets. Really good beer channel.
Yeah.
Nice. Go check out Beer Man's shorts. He's had a couple good ones lately.
Yeah.
Little midget dancing in the wind.
Um,
He was feeling like $1 million, that's for sure.
I saw that one, yeah. Harmonica Man.
That guy knows how to have a good time.
Shout outs for me. Philly Crooker 87 is my Insta. Me and Sam are trying to go live on Insta, but apparently you can set up the live, but the person that joins has to be on their phone. They can't be on their computer. So maybe one day. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why you can't just join from your laptop. Anyways, beer bowl discussions. I might do that tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on.
It's too late. JV already shouted you out.
Did he?
We're gonna get you nice and ripe.
I know.
Have a good daytime session, then you can go live at night.
Right. So yeah, check that out. Maybe 7:38. We'll see. Shout outs for other people. I'll shout out. Check out Tanner, East Coast Elky Reviews. He does his Potbelly Pub, like live little hangout sometimes. He does the Willet Mix Wednesdays. Sometimes he switches it up. I know he went live last Monday after Bumpy show, the little hangout thing. And check out Joe, the Beer Patrol. He's been putting out reviews almost every day. I feel like he just did his whole like shelfie collection thing where he picks up a bunch of like, I guess, regular beers. Like he had the Shiner Bock and stuff like that. So check him out. And yeah, this was awesome. Thanks for having me, Miscellaneous. At least you got it up off the ground and you got it running. You didn't have to, So, but yeah, this is awesome.
No, we'll see. Oh, all right. Well, shout outs for me. Thursday night beer session. I'll show up next Thursday with a few products. Maybe if I can't make my Thursday show, maybe I can figure out something for a Saturday show. Who knows? We'll see what's going on. I'd got a bunch of new products in to try. I did try what I have, that Mortalis Equilibrium collab last night. Triple IPA, nothing fancy. Wasn't super impressed, but what are you going to do? Other than that, I've been posting daily shorts, chug shorts. Getting a lot of traction on that, bunch of views. Gone up 50 subs in the past 20 days, so I can't complain. I'm getting some traction from that. Seems to be working. People are digging it. I've got haters already, so I'm doing something right. So, yeah. Other than that, yeah, go check out my buddy in the chat, Bounty by Observation, the Eclectic Beer, JV, the chat, fantastic, rolling. All the 10 to 11 people that showed up to join. Like I said to some people, I have having computer issues. I'm on my son's tablet right now. Like I said, there's some people that couldn't join, and I just don't have the full range and capability that I would if I had my PC. So, yeah, if you're upset, I apologize. I can't help it at the moment. Yeah, other than that, shout out to John and Ellie, Georgia Beer Reviews, for letting me host. It's unfortunate he couldn't be here. I tried to switch my schedule around, and my boss like, well, I already made the schedule, so fuck, it is what it is. You know, every time I get a Sunday off, John's MIA. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Yeah, so like I always say, till the next time, stay sipping, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.